All of you, open your cameras. So greet our teacher.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello. Okay. Is it showing now?
We can see now.
Perfect. Okay. Excuse me because I have little time. This is me in short. Thank you everyone for having me today. I'm so sure that it will be like a nice and enjoyable presentation today. Guys, will you allow me to share my... Okay, so we have our grandfather who said who is called Pharaohs. We have many touristic attraction. We have, this is the map of Egypt. As you can see, here is Egypt. It's in the north of Africa. I guess if we have like a worldwide map, we are, there's Asia and you are in Asia, India in Asia, I guess. But Egypt in Africa, you know Africa, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Our environment, yeah, thank you. Our environment, it depends on the Nile, the river Nile. As you can see, the river Nile is the source of life, where agriculture starts in the early ages of Egypt. In the early ages of Egypt, education was super, technology or something like this. This is our grandparents. This is the dawn of civilization. In ancient Egypt. Nowadays, we have here like technology and everything. I need you to meet my students. Here I am, this is me, and here is my students. We have like a big photo of my class. They are ranked from 11 to 18. I teach all grades and all classes. I have like, a busy schedule. After finishing this session, I'm going to teach them. This is me inside the class using PowerPoint presentation to talk about application of artificial intelligence. Here I am again. And here is my students while I'm teaching them. I have like a short video if you have time. My students are singing. Can you hear the sound, Harry? The sound clear?
Yes, yes, yes.
Let's go. Let's go.
That's the short video. Let me stop it and go to the next slide. We participated in National Geographic project as a class, and you can watch this video. Here is my students. We have like a team of students who participated in this big project. This is Abdurrahman, and this is his team. It was about marine life. They did this with their own hands. They got the pictures, they got everything with their own hands. They collaborated to introduce this project, to create this project. Marine life. this is my student Noor. And this is another student called Shuru. And again, still searching. And this is Abdulrahman, the team leader, and they won the first prize at this project. Okay, so here they are singing and dancing. Let me go to the next slide in a minute because I'm sorry, I don't have much time. This is my village because I live in a rural community. This is a part of Egypt. Here is the river where I live, and here is the houses because we have like a rural community full of green and rivers. This is one of the farmers. What about the food? What do we eat? What are the some common dishes here in Egypt? We have like we call it mishaltet. We put it in an oven. It's very yummy. Here it is. We eat it with like black onion and white. With black honey and white honey. It's really yummy. It's like a pie. And here is a village lady and the ducks she rear and how she cooks. This is some of our food. We call it stuffed cabbage. And here's another food, which is zucchini and eggplant. Here is a stuffed pigeon. Stuffed pigeon, it's like one sort of poultry or like a meat. We stuff it with rice, etc. And I assure you, it's really yummy. Here it is, and we have like chicken, pigeon. We have full madamis, and I assure you, if you visit Egypt, you're gonna love it. Another sort of food, which is kosheri. This is one of the famous Egyptian dishes. It's a mix of rice, brown lentils, and macaroni, topped with fried onion and a spicy tomato sauce, eaten in dedicated kosher restaurant that serve in the dish exclusively. This is one of the farmers who is sitting on the ground making a cup of tea, and this writing over there, which is ta'alu shrabu shay, which mean in English, come join me, have a cup of tea. Egyptians are really famous for their generosity. Wherever you go, you can have their food, you can share their food with them. Here is some dishes we usually do here in our village, which we call this is rice with milk and butter. And here another one. And this is like, we call it kebab, kebab. And this is chicken, and here we call it abaganouk. Okay. This is the famous dish here in Egypt, which we call it molokhia. Our history
In the future.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, guys. Let me tell you more about the Egyptian history. Okay. The pyramids built by ancient Egyptian, our grandfathers. It's located in an area which is called Giza. It was completed 2556 BC. We have like god kings who used to build pyramids to give them like memory for their achievement, etc. And it was like their final resting place where the tomb, it was like a tomb for them too. And it represents economic strengths, technology, and leadership of Egyptian civilization. We have like some rules here, and I put the link here for you if you wish after the session to to open a YouTube channel to see what do you know about the Egyptian history and rules. We have like art. They were super, you know, professional in the art. They left us, you know, like magnificent artworks. If you can see here, this is the king and here the queen and their sons and daughters sitting on their lap. Yeah, and here is the sun over there. It reflects the worship. They believed that the sun is the source of life. And on the right, we can see like a photo of a farmers who used to make cows plow the earth to cultivate the land. Here, they were super, you know, famous for their building. They built many monuments, many, you know, architecture works. If you can see, this is Abu Simbel Temple. You can see the writing over there as if it was fresh. It was painted yesterday. The statues here are, you know, can you see the size of the people, guys? Yeah, it was really, and this is Tutankhamun mask. It was real, it was pure gold. This was one of the kings of the ancient Egyptian. You know, gold was really, you know, a lot, and Egypt was rich of gold at this time. So they used to make their statues of gold. If you wish, I can play this video for you to show you like a brief audio, a brief video about their history, ancient monument. See the fresh painting was painted yesterday. They were super artists, super professional artists. is Luxor Temple in the south of Egypt. Can you imagine this was built 5,000 years ago? 5,000 years ago. They left off these monuments about 7,000 or 5,000 years ago. Years ago, these were Ramesseum Temple. Another temple. Temple of Komongo. This is the Nile. This is Abu Simbel Temple. As you can see, Egypt is a land of shrouded in mystery, from ancient pyramids of Giza to the meandering Nile River. Egypt is undeniably a place to be added to your bucket list. This country has had a varied past. When the Romans set foot on Egypt over 2,000 years ago, the pyramids were already considered to be historical ruins. Fast forward to today, and layers upon layers of history have created a lovely melting pot of cultures. But if you are feeling a little green when it comes to the subject of Egyptian history, don't worry. When visiting Egypt, a trip to the Egypt tourist attraction provide a whistle-stop tour of the country's tumultuous past.
Welcome back to Uncharted X. My name is Ben, and let's talk ancient Egyptian statues. The very identity of the civilization that later inherited them. Like images of the gods that the dynastic kings and pharaohs tried to imitate, to capture in their significance, to join in their rank and stature, or to own name during the times of their own reigns. Let's explore this idea a little bit. Now, obviously, the pitted chisel and pounding marks, the poor polishing, and the out of proportion rough elements. In their place, we have an utterly astonishing rendition of a human knee, complete with bone structure and musculature. Its finish is possible. It just doesn't make sense from the perspective of technological progression in an average human civilization. Going back to the aforementioned vases and vessels made with precision from incredibly hard stone, they stretch far back into pre-dynastic times, with the vast majority of them being attributed Egypt were documented as using, at least out in the open over more or about 60 feet high, so another 40 feet. It's
See to the statue, I guess so.
yeah, but then the other 2,000
Is
tons.
this, so is this?
Yeah. This granite foot, complete with toes, which was later cut and repurposed to be but a block in a wall along with other pieces from
Okay, sorry guys for being in a hurry. The ancient Egyptian civilization. Egyptians situated their cities near the Nile River like other people used to establish their civilization. Those rivers too, they used to be like a great civilization throughout the ancient world. Here we have the everlasting Egyptian pyramid. We have the Nile, the great magnificent Nile. Of Luxor, many monuments, as you have seen in the video a minute ago, which we call it Temple Complex of Karnak. You know, it's really astonishing and beautiful. Here we have Luxor temples. Egypt is a country for both adventure and history lovers alike. Yes, it offers the world's most amazing wonders along with natural beauty and ancient temples and tombs. The people are warm and welcoming, you know, and the cost of living is really affordable. It's no wonder that the capital of city of Cairo is full of expats. Yes, we have a lot of expats. Here, it's a statue with a golden mask. We call it the Tutankhamun. This statue is one of the memorable statues. Inside it, there's a mummy. Yeah. Here's another mummified king with a golden mask too. Do you see how magnificent Luxor temple is? Can you see the human body compared to this building? Yeah, it's we call it the Valley of the Kings. This Valley of the King has like over 60 rock cut royal tomb filled with colorful hieroglyphics and cave painting. The Temple of Karnak is like a complex built over the course of 1,500 years and dozens of over tombs on temples and statues. This is Luxor Temple again. Yeah, Luxor Temple. Luxor is full of history and royal tombs filled with colorful hieroglyphic and cave painting. The Temple of Karnak complex built over 2,000 years ago. Yes, again. Here we go. Yeah, we have like many attractions. Egypt today. Okay, sorry for being so in a hurry because we don't have much time. Egypt today. Here is Egypt today. This is Egypt today. We have like skyscrapers, rivers, modern building. Okay, I am going to show you like a short video about why Egypt and Africa today. We have mega project today.
Renowned for their reputation for appreciable contribution to civilization, Egypt has not rested on its laurels. In the past half a century, Egypt has experienced remarkable progress in the provision of infrastructure in all areas, including transportation, telecommunication, power generation, and water and sanitation. Judging from an international perspective, Egypt has achieved an infrastructure status that closely corresponds to what could be expected, given its national income level. The nation is currently relishing a fast-paced growing economy and doesn't appear to slow down anytime soon, particularly with its ambitious drive towards infrastructural development. According to Africa Construction Report in 2019 by Deloitte, Egypt has most of the mega construction projects in Africa with about 49 multi-billion ongoing construction projects in the country. The construction sector in Egypt shown strength in the last 10 years.
I can have much time. Let me start my camera again.
Thank you.
Okay, guys.
Thank you so much for giving us a virtual tour of your wonderful visiting places. Thank you so much. So I would like to start with Geeta Sahiti. Please go ahead and ask the question.
Yeah.
How is education funded in Egypt?
Well, the education is funded by the government.
Okay. Next, Jaishna Likta.
Yes, sir.
Ask your question.
Hi, ma'am. Hi, ma'am. My name is Jaishna.
No.
I am studying.
Jaishna Likta, ask your question only because we don't have much time. Please go ahead.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
Harry, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
ma'am.
You have a
Which
nice
school?
students.
Which schools numbers in Egypt, public or private?
Yes, I see. Okay, we have public schools have the most numbers because it's funded by the government, and the government exerts a lot of effort to pack the governmental educational, because sometimes the private sector is not certified. If you are looking for a job, is it from a public school or private school? When it is from a public university, it is accepted. Process was revolutionary changing because we are resorting to technology in everything. My students used to, participate in National Geographic, as I have shown you a minute ago, National Geographic project, and we use songs, technologies, new methodology are starting to to penetrate in the educational process. So we are changing, I guess,
Okay.
in India too.
Yes. So Lohita, it's your last question. Okay. Go and ask the question.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Who designs English textbook in your country and how often you change it?
Sorry, Harry.
Ask your question quickly. Lohita.
Who designs English textbook in your country and how often you change it?
Yeah, the government to give the test box and the testing or assign assessment, tools and everything. The government is the one who is responsible for this process in our country, because we have like supervisors who put exams, and the students, we have like 2 semesters, the first semester and the second semester, 2 terms in a year. We have 2 exams, 2 final exams. Okay, so the government is responsible for assigning these assessments.
Okay. So could you please give a final message, just a few words addressing my students and
Okay.
please.
Okay, guys, English language is really, it's fun. If you love to talk, just talk, use your tongue. You're gonna love it. So it's a language, it depends on talking. How can I master talking? Listen and read. Listen and read. This is a tip or a piece of advice I'm giving you guys. And I can see a beautiful student for you, Harry, and best of luck. Next time I'm going to make my students share with you if you allow me. Thank you so much.